Hello student, today's topic is scheme of organization. Introduction. Meaning of organization. To organize is to bring together or form as a whole or combination of a common objectives. In general, organization refer to a process of setting up things or providing an orderly setup of things, even and especially individuals with a view to direct their energies towards the certain common goals. And B, an association or group of a number of united to some end or work in physical education and sports. The term organization is used in both contexts. For example, organization of intramural and extramural sports competition, play day, hike and trek, etc. As a process, an organization setup structure of an university, Department of Physical Education, Sports Authority of India or a sports club. The essential element of organization are as follows. Number A, its constituent units, member, play a definite role and make a distinct contribution to its well-being. Number B, function of organization are well coordinated. And number C, all the activities are directed towards the achievement of the some goals. Organization reflect cooperation, nature of the member to work for the common causes and promote the certain public interests and discharge the social obligation. They help economic or energy, effort, resources and input. Responsibility and accountability are fundamental to all the organization. Scheme of organization. Despite sports being a state subject, Sports Project Development Area, that is SPDA, is an endeavor of the Union government to promote the sports infrastructure all over the country by giving grant aid into voluntary organization, state sports council, state government, etc. However, creation of the sports infrastructure is not an end in itself unless put to proper and incentive use of games and sports, as also for coaching, training of promising and talented sports persons. At the national level, adequate attention has been made to his respect and something has also been done at the state level. SPDA scheme is a decentralization effort in this direction. The idea is to catch the young and talented sportsperson and provide them with intensive and in-house training, coaching facilities at their doorstep without uprooting them from environment familiar to them. Sports Authority of India (SAI) was established by the Government of India in January 1984 in order to have only one government agency at the apex for the promotion of the sports. The Society for the National Institute of Physical Education and Sports, that is SNIPA, was merged with SAI with effect from 1st May 1987. Subsequently, Netaji Subhash National Institute of Sports, that is NSNIS, Patela, and its allied center at Bangalore, Kolkata, Gandhinagar, and Lakshmibai National College of Physical Education at Thiruvananthapuram come under Sports Authority of India. It has now 6 regional centers at Bangalore, Gandhinagar, Kolkata, Chandigarh, Delhi and Imphal. Its regional center at Bangalore has been developed as a center of excellence. It has a 2 sub-centers at Guwahati under the Northeast Center and at Aurangabad under the Western Center. The Sports Authority of India has a number of the sports schemes under implementation. Under the Sporting and Nurturing of Talent Project, SAI has the National Sports Talents Contest, that is the NSTC, Adolf of Akharans for promotion of wrestling and Army Boys Sports Company ABSC scheme to scout talent in the age group of 8 to 14 years to provide them systematic training with scientific backup. The scheme of the extend the talent scouting to Kendra Vidyalaya, Navodaya Vidyalaya, large-size residential schools and public sector township has also been approved recently. SAI has also a scheme for promotion of sports in special area, national coaching scheme, etc. In addition, SAI implement a number of the central schemes. Recently, steps have been taken for setting up the regional and the national academics for the different sports discipline with a number of the public and the private sector undertaking. The various schemes developed by the Government of India to assist these facilities are as follows. Number 1, the central government supplement effort of the State Sports Council towards improving and creating the infrastructure facilities for the sports. Grants are given for the construction of the Indian stadia, swimming pool, gymnasia, sports complex, etc. Point number 2, the central government has given grant for laying of synthetic tracks and artificial surface for hockey and other synthetic surface for volleyball, basketball, tennis, etc. Point number 3, the scheme of the grant for the promotion of the sports in universities or colleges was revised with effect from 22nd June 1998. Tournament in the discipline of archery, yachting, kayaking and canoeing, etc. The university winning the first position in the inter-university tournament held throughout the year in awarded Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad Trophy by the President of India, besides cash incentive of 1 lakh. Point number 4, the scheme started in 1975 aimed at promoting sports among women. The National Sports Festival organized by the Sports Authority of India has now become a significant national competition for women. Next, point number 5, Sports Talent Search Scholarship Scheme, launched in 1970 to 1971, has culminated in the Sports Scholarship Scheme 1997. Next, point number 6, an ongoing scheme has been revised to provide the assistance to promising the sports person. The selected sports person holding national record in the priority discipline will be provided a package of the assistance up to 5 lakhs per year for coaching, equipment, participation in national and international tournament, etc. on a long-term basis. Next, point number 7, the Arjuna Award was instituted in 1961 as the highest national recognition conferred on distinguished sports person. Point number 8, Dronacharya Award, instituted in 1985, are given to the coach who have trained the sports person or team making outstanding achievement in the year. Point number 9, the department gives the financial assistance to 59 recognized national sports federations for conducting national sports championship at sub-junior, junior and senior level. Next, point number 10, incentive for promotion of sports activities. Number A, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. Number B, special award to the medal winner in international sports event and their coaches. Number C, pension to the meritorious sports person. Number D, promotion of the sports in the school. Point 11, National Welfare Fund for sports person. Next, point number 12, Rural Sports Program. Next, point number 13, International Cooperation. Point number 14, United Nations Volunteer Scheme. Point number 15, National Sports Development Fund. And next, point number 16, the Lakshmibai National Institute of Physical Education, established initially as a college in 1957. Next, the number 17, National Service Scheme NSS, launched in 1969. Next, point 18, the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports in 1984. Next, point number 19, scheme for setting up of Youth Development Center for a group of 10 villages, each introduced in 1994 to 1995. Next, point number 20. In 1953, Rajkumari coaching scheme introduced for the game and sports. Scheme program of SAI. Number A, main objectives. The development of excellence. Development of excellence for international competition in association with national federation. Talent scouting and excellent development. Adoption of budding sports person for senior level and excellent development. Point number B, provision of strengthening of input for excellent coaching scheme, sports infrastructure at NIS Patela and the Regional Center, Delhi Stadium and the Training Center, etc. Competitive playing facilities, synthetic surfaces, equipments and kit support, sports scheme backup, competitive exposure, nutrition and board, lodging, etc. Point number C, other supportive programs. That is academic program, coaching and physical education, awareness program, promoting sport, competitive spirit and sports promotion agency schemes, incentive to sports person, scholarship scheme. Procedure and attribute of an organization. Organization run on formal rules and procedures. It is memorandum, statutes or constitution which invariably define inter alia aim and objectives. Office bearer membership, system of the selection, nomination and power and responsibilities of its member. Apart from this, there may be detailed service rule as well as the administrative procedure which ensure that the member perform the duties as provided therein. The formulation and alternation, amendment and modification of these formal rules and the procedures are vested invariably in the executive board, governing body or syndicate which reigns supreme all members. The attributes of organization are general to most organizations. The government organization and voluntary elected organizations may differ from one another in the structure, but in the most attribute, they are allowed to principle governing their working are more or less the same. Organizations come in a great variety. Each organization has a distinct place in the scheme of things, referring to Keflo 1976 and Sofer 1977, Cheladurai 1985, has enlisted several distinguishing attributes of an organization. They are number A, identity. Notwithstanding its type, every organization has its own identity. It is unique in its own way. The Gymkhana at Patela is distinct from the Delhi Gymkhana through both sound alike. Each sports association or university department of physical education has something different, distinct and unique. It may be mandatory or customary. The corporate identity of an organization is marked by a logo, a color, a flag, and a motto. Next, number point B, instrumentality. United we achieve, divided we lose is an underlying principle of organization. As an instrument of the progress, protection, and pride, organization keep the member with a similar interest and skill unite together and help them grow. Next point number C, activity program. The dynamism of an organization is reflected in its clear objective and a specific activity program. A typical football club undertakes the talent accounting, scouting training, organization of coaching, camp, and participation in the tournament. Organizations are known for their progressive outlook and philanthropic, religion, sports, education, or social activity. Point number 3, membership. Organizations thrive on membership. The procedure for enrollment of membership is laid down in and regulated by the rules enshrined in its constitution. There may be founder member, life member, honorary member, nominated member, ex officio member, provisional member, etc. Point number E, jurisdiction. The boundaries of an organization in terms of the goal, function, and area of the operation, generally geographic, are well defined in memorandum. A district football association and/or a university operate within a certain territorial jurisdiction, and its goal and functions are well spelled out. Point number F. Once formed, an organization assumes a permanent status unless it is ordained to be ad hoc. Depending upon its membership and resources, the organization continue to remain its existence almost indefinitely. A university, a National Olympic Association, YMCA, DAV Education Society, etc. have permanency about them. Next, point number G, division of labor. The officers and officials perform their duties is variably of ways and settings, academic, administrative, research, sports, and culture. The division of labor in an organization is generally governed by such factors as its type, nature and objectives, size, territorial jurisdiction, and complexity. Next, point number H, hierarchy of authority. To create a structure and a system in which the power and the responsibility as well as the defined and delegated to individuals at various positions in the organization. The scheme shall work out ensure perfect coordination and cooperation amongst its various segments, sections, or compartments. Thus, an organization is characterized by a hierarchy of the authority. Effective scheme of organization for management. Point number 1, clearly demarcate the authority and the responsibility. Point number 2, each department individual should clearly know what its functions are. Next, point number 3, as far as possible, avoid a multi-control system, yet relationship be clearly established. Next, point number 4, establish the effective communication system in order to avoid duplicity and wastage of resources. Next, point number 5, leader must be competent and effective. Point number 6, coordination and cooperation are the mainstay of any good organization. Next, point number 7, organization must serve some social purpose. Next, point number 8, organization must be dynamic. Right organization will emerge only out of the many trial and experiences. Organization refer to process of setting up the things or providing an orderly setup of things. It may be public, private, formal, informal, service organization, and other product organization. SPDA scheme is a decentralized effort in their direction. The Sports Authority of India has a number of the sports schemes under implementation. SAI also has a scheme for promotion of sports in a special area, national coaching scheme, etc. Organization run on formal rules and procedure. It is memorandum, statute, or constitution which invariably define inter alia, aim and objective. Coordination and the cooperation are the mainstay of any good organization.